If your brain won't shut up about food, this is why. There is a name for it: food noise. And GLP-1 drugs might be the first thing that actually turns it off. Food noise is the constant, involuntary thinking about food. Not hunger, not cravings. It is background static. What to eat next. Whether you already ate too much. Whether you should eat now or wait. It runs all day whether you want it to or not. Research published in 2025 surveyed over 2,000 GLP-1 users. About 70% said food noise was part of their daily experience before starting treatment. Many described it as the single worst part of their relationship with food, worse than hunger itself. Here is what is happening biologically. Your brain has a region called the hypothalamus that regulates appetite and reward. Two hormones drive the signal. Ghrelin, made in your stomach, tells your brain to seek food. GLP-1, made in your gut, tells your brain you have had enough. In people with obesity or insulin resistance, that GLP-1 signal is often weaker than it should be. The ghrelin signal keeps firing. The reward circuits in the brain stay active. The result is constant food-directed thought that has nothing to do with actual caloric need. GLP-1 receptor agonists like semaglutide and tirzepatide amplify that satiety signal. They bind to GLP-1 receptors in the hypothalamus and the brainstem. The effect is not just physical fullness. Users consistently report that the mental preoccupation with food diminishes. Brain imaging studies from 2024 and 2025 support this. Functional MRI scans showed reduced activity in the insula and striatum, the areas tied to food reward and craving, after patients started GLP-1 therapy. A 2025 qualitative study in obesity reviews interviewed patients about their experience. Many said the food noise reduction was the most meaningful change, more than the weight loss itself. They described being able to focus on work, conversations, and hobbies without food intruding. That finding has changed how some clinicians talk about these drugs. The weight loss gets the headlines, but the cognitive change is what many patients actually care about. There are caveats. Food noise reduction is not universal. Some patients report no change in mental preoccupation despite significant weight loss. Others say the noise comes back if they stop the medication. A 2026 follow-up study found that about 60% of patients who stopped GLP-1 therapy reported food noise returning within 4 to 8 weeks. The signal depends on the drug being active in your system. When the drug clears, the underlying neuroendocrine pattern reasserts itself. There is also a debate about whether food noise reduction should be a primary treatment goal. Some researchers argue that targeting the cognitive dimension of obesity, not just the metabolic one, could reshape how we define treatment success. Others caution that we do not yet have validated clinical tools for measuring food noise consistently. Patient-reported outcomes are helpful but subjective. What we do know is this: food noise is real. It has a biological mechanism. And right now, GLP-1 receptor agonists are the only intervention that reliably reduces it in most people. That matters because it reframes what these drugs do. They are not just appetite suppressants. They alter the brain's relationship with food at a neurological level. If your experience with food feels like constant mental interference, that is not a character flaw. It is a signal problem, and it might be treatable. Talk with your clinician before making any medication changes. For plain language GLP-1 updates, visit theglpspot.com.